Alright, so if you're heading towards Linstead, Bog Walk, or even beyond, then you realize that your main road, which is via the Bog Walk Gorge, via Flatbridge, is blocked. Then you have a couple of alternatives. You can take the toll. Come on, bro, it's your turn. You can take the toll, which is pretty good, pretty fast, pretty expensive. You can take Sligoville, or you can take Barry. All of those are alternative routes to going through the Bog Walk Gorge. And right now, this is St. John's Road in Spanish Town, because I'm about to go through the Barry Road to show you what that road looks like. So you can choose for yourself if it's some road that you would use as an alternative. Alright, here goes. So we're on St. John's Road, about to pass the great St. Catherine High School. There it is on our left. Yep, 35 St. John's Road, Spanish Town. St. Catherine High. And basically this road takes us past Bellevue Heights, Dovecot, everybody knows about Dovecot, right? That's where they bury people. And after that, Kitson Town. Then we're gonna turn off shortly after passing Guanaboa Vale, and then we're gonna be on that Barry Road, which takes us straight towards Bog Walk through a couple of districts. There's a couple of twists and turns for sure. I'm not sure what the condition of the road is, but my hopes aren't up, honestly. I think I might be caught in a burial. Oh yeah, definitely a line of traffic going to a funeral. So I'm gonna be stuck here for a little bit. Usually on the weekends when the services are, the burial services are very, very active. You know. Along this road is quite congested. You know, lots of funerals simultaneously happening. Dozens and dozens and dozens of people, you know, cars and whatnot. So it's just a normal thing along the road, you know, as far as the routine is concerned. But hopefully we can clear this area soon. There's a stoplight up top at a crossroad, which is about 200 meters up the road. Once you pass there, there should be a little traffic still, because there are actually two burial spots. One is Mendez and one is Dovecot. So depending on which one, you know, the people are going, they might turn off earlier or they might continue a little bit on this main road before turning off. Man, can I tell you, the potholes are like in your face. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay. passing Featherbed Lane on one side and Job's Lane on the other side, which is our right side is Job Lane. And on our left that we just passed is Featherbed Lane. So now we got a little break. Lots of people coming from funerals. I can safely say that a lot of these cars are coming from a funeral up the road. This area is single-handedly the largest burial spot in St. Catherine. So far, we're still on John's Road. We're approaching an area they call Red Pond or Fraser's Content. Straight ahead, we're gonna pass Bellevue Heights and Kitson Town until we reach our turn off. And I can say the road is hilariously bad. Oh my, look at that. And there's a truck back there. Hopefully that's just the problem because traffic is gonna drive me crazy. Recently we had a lot of rains and along this road the drainage is so poor that the entire road tends to be covered when it rains a lot. Actually, there's this notorious video clip that went viral just a few days ago, or maybe last week, in the peak of the rains and that storm that was picking up Beryl. There was a video clip of a police station in the middle of a swamp, and that is just up the road in front of us. And we should pass there. I don't expect a swamp to be there right now, but it just goes to show that when the rain falls really hard, these areas are completely flooded. I don't know. I feel like it's a mission impossible to fix these problems. It's crazy. Didn't really expect to be picking your way through so many potholes in a built-up area like this, but you know, it is what it is. There's an excavator doing some kind of work over there. Seems like they're cleaning drains, but it's a little too late, man. You make preparations in anticipation of upcoming issues. You don't wait until the issue's done, then you run around like you're clueless. It's not a one-off thing. It happens year after year after year. And yet, when you want to play a game of hopscotch or tic-tac-toe with your car, using your car and the road, this is the perfect spot. You just gotta be careful when you're swinging and swerving and trying to avoid falling into a hole. You don't hit somebody or you don't have create an accident. So yeah, seems like the potholes was the number one reason back there why we had the traffic crawling like that. And there we go. There's your police station that was recently swamped. Yeah, there are signs of water still over there. I mean, somebody put the freaking police station in a swamp, right? How sweet. Man, the road is ridiculous. So far, heading towards Sligoville, beats coming through Barry by far. Based off the road alone, trust me, this is just... this is just amazing stuff. We're going up Green Acres. Man, I must have been around here like maybe over a year now. I have no recollection of the road being so terrible. It is ridiculous. There's the entrance to Dovecot we just passed. At least one of them. So it seems like we're gonna get a break soon. With the road a little, yeah, and we're off. We're off to get a better life from road harassment, road agony. Oh my goodness. You might notice the soil suddenly changed to red. These areas have a lot of bauxite in the soil, as in lots of spots across Jamaica where they do the bauxite mining. The red dirt usually signals that it's the prime area to do the mining activities in search for... Dovecot has a big old pretty entrance here as well. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. I guess I spoke too soon, man. Goodness, the roads. Holy crap. gonna approach Kitson Town. Are literally almost there, and we're just gonna take our time, and hopefully everything is fine. We'll reach Bog Walk and we'll get a chance to escape all of this. St. John's Heights. I don't know why they call them heights when they're, well, I guess this area is a little, became uphill for sure, but it is what it is. St. John's Heights. This road takes us all the way to Point Hill. From there you can actually reach a lot of places, a lot of other parishes. Worthy Park, back to Ewarton. They continue to Juanid, through a place called Dixon. You can go the other way, Guanaboa. You can reach St. Anne. It's just that the journey might not be so pleasant because of the condition of the road, but it's picking up. Look what they call this area, Red Hills. It's a fitting name, right? It's just that I don't see any hills, right? But the red part, yeah. So we're on our way to Kitson Town, Guanaboa Vale. Then we're gonna turn off. Wow, look at that! A service station. I tell you, I haven't been around here in ages, or should I say in years. A service station. I have no recollection of a service station in these parts. That's crazy. That's insane. Heading into Kitson Town proper, and pretty decent place. You can see they have a lot of landmarks that look historical for sure, or maybe it's a modern building built like that. I'm not sure, but that building looks pretty cool, right? go. It's a great Kitson Town. Get out of here, doggy. Come on. Have a suburban vibe, but kind of scattered. I haven't seen a police station, but there's a service station for sure. And they should have a post office somewhere, right? I'm not absolutely sure, but the place looks decent enough to have those kind of services. So we're exiting Kitson Town more or less. There's gonna be a turn off down the road that can take us back to Old Harbor via okay, go. A place called Springvale. We could actually turn left here. If for some reason you wanted to go to Nathan Clarendon or Mandeville, Old Harbor, you could make this left and go to a community called Springvale. Eventually reach out by Gutters along the Old Harbor Road, Main Road, and then you can expand your options. So in another couple of corners we're going to be in Guanaboa Vale. That looks like a huge swamp over there. Yeah, fortunately. Lots of sugar cane back in the day. That project was one of the main agricultural projects in Jamaica. Okay, just gotta stop to let this guy through. Wow. This is like driving through a riverbed. Problem with these areas is when it rains, the water runs along the road, literally on the road, and gorges out a lot of spots here and there. The roads cannot stay in good condition for long, especially around the wet season. That's the end of it. Literally the end of the road, like that song that those guys sang. Although we come to the end of the road. And that turn on our left goes to what they call the place again, Paul Mountain. You can literally use that road and work your way through a couple of districts and come back out in the Kitson Town Square area. There's Paul Mountain, there's what do they call that place again? Dark hole or blue hole? I don't know. Some kind of hole. But I don't think the police station around here. Guanaboa Vale. Okay, there's a primary school. Guanaboa Vale, yeah. Grammar school. There should be a police station somewhere nearby. Oh, there it is. There's a sign at least. And a little service station, I know. Okay, there we go. Police station. Yeah. I remember this service station, but I guess it's mostly for the farming community. Lots of tractors, lots of trucks, lots of big equipment that need refueling. I'm not 100% certain that they sell this. I think it's mostly diesel oil, but I'm not sure if they sell that to regular motorists or what. I'd have to make some checks, but you know, more than 20 years, definitely longer, I think, because that's when I can safely say. But there seems to be some heavy excavation going on there. Interestingly, this part of the road is pretty good, or way better than the built-up areas. You'd expect the further you go away from the okay, so they're probably clearing the land for farming. Yeah, you'd expect that the further you go away from the built-up zones, the worse the roads become. But it's a little bit of the opposite here. So the last time I passed here, on my right, it was more or less the forest. Lots of trees, you know, lots of woodland kind of topology. Now they're doing some work. So there's a turn coming up, which is right here, that we need to turn off the Kitson Town Main Road and turn onto the Barry Road. So you just gotta be careful. Sometimes those guys are flying in the opposite direction, and you know, they tend to fly past that spot. You can't just take it for granted. You just gotta look out. So officially we're on the Barry Road. This road leads all the way back to Bog Walk, and generally more people, you know, especially the big trucks, and look at that, lots of dumping because it's so remote. Nobody monitors these areas. Mostly agricultural spots, mostly behind the scenes. Find some crazy person come with some rubbish and decide to dump it right there, and that's it. It's ridiculous. But generally, the big trucks, medium trucks, you know, vehicles that have performance issues, they would tend to avoid Sligoville and come this way. It's mostly flats. Can be longer. It can feel longer because of the, you know, the frequent stops, the hold-ups. Sometimes there are spots where, you know, you can be stuck in a traffic jam for hours. You know, two big trucks going in opposite directions. They're unable to pass each other, and it's difficult for them to reverse or turn. And you know, one might be in a precarious position where, you know, it's maybe hanging on the side of a dangerous spot, and people generally tend to work wonders to get them going, you know. Back in the day when I used to be a student, before the alternative highway, you know, the toll road, once the gorge is blocked, this goes without saying. It's like the default road for buses, trucks, minivans, regular cars. Up to this point, the river is pretty good. That river is usually a wet season river. When it's really dry, the river disappears. But anyways, up to this point, you might have bumper to bumper traffic, but it's moving. The real headache starts just a couple hundred meters ahead, where and it's literally from here going around this corner back in the bay. From about here, all the trucks that are loaded, that are big units. Okay, you're in a hurry. A lot of them right exactly along this stretch. Just here would be the number one spot along this Barry Road where the big units are stuck and there's miles and miles of traffic built up just from that spot. Once you clear that spot though, there's hardly anywhere else that gives any kind of, apart from the bad road, it's pretty much smooth sailing. There's another turn off up top. It's a T at the brow of this road up there. There's a T on our left. You can go to a district called Mendez. You can continue to Point Hill. Actually, you can go back on that main road. We turned off to come onto this one via this T that's coming up. So, for example, you were in Point Hill and you were coming to Bog Walk. You didn't have to come all the way down to that section that I just turned off. You could divert and boom, you cut out a lot of the driving. So just around this corner, okay, there's people. Okay, so there says straight ahead, Bog Walk, and if you go left, you go back to Point Hill, but they didn't mention Mendez. We are maybe 40%. No, well, from turning off the Kitson Town Main Road, we're maybe about 40% off the journey. So coming to Barry direction is probably longer for sure, because you have to go through all those districts out by Spanish Town proper, the Duff-Cut areas, the St. John's Heights areas, the Kitson Town areas. And you're not really on the real road yet, which is this road. So heading towards Sligoville, you go to Springvale. In about 10 minutes you should be in Sligoville, 10-15 minutes, and certainly about 10 more minutes you come off the hill. But that's for a car or a SUV or even a small type unit. Certainly not for a truck. So if you're driving a car, /SUV, it's in good condition, no engine issues, no braking issues, no overheating issues, then 25 minutes, half an hour tops from Spanish Town, you should be in Bog Walk. 40 minutes perhaps. But it's gonna take you over the hour to come this way. And oh, this road here, alright. This road actually can also take you to Bog Walk. You go through a place called Content, then you reach Dribblator, and then you end up at Bowerswood, and you go off that hill, and boom, you're in Bog Walk. So it's another alternative for sure, but again, the condition of the roads, trust me, you're going to be in for a ride. There's a big truck ahead of us, so thought I saw, oh yeah, there it is. Usually when there's a big truck, and if you're in a hurry and there's a truck in front of you, normally your goose is cooked. You know, there are very few places. If you're not a skilled driver, if you're not comfortable, if you don't want to bang a few holes on your way past, then yeah, your goose is cooked. Lots of horns, and that's the way it is. Alright, so we're gonna approach another community called Springvale. It's just around a couple more corners, and there's also another alternative route via Springvale to get to Bog Walk. But it's gonna take you across the mountains, similarly to the one that we just passed, but this time you go through another district called Lime Walk, which will eventually take you back to Bowerswood and then Bog Walk. So right here is Springvale. It's kind of barren, but that's the road on our right. There's a primary school just around that corner. Alright. This truck man is saying, pass me. Awesome. That guy is so courteous. Amazing. So yeah, the best drivers do that. They still exist. We're approaching another district ahead of us called Wakefield. At least a turn off to go to Wakefield. But maybe in another 6-7 minutes. At the speed, we should be in that area. So we're in the Great Valley of Agriculture, lots of sugar cane, and it has morphed over the years. Now it's sugar cane. A decade ago it might have been oranges, and a decade before that more sugar cane, and in between might have been some cow pastures, and of course there's other types of fruits. The sugar cane is not for sugar though. I think it's for the rum that they do at the Worthy Park Estate in northern St. Catherine. So the sugar industry is minimal at this point. Certainly not in St. Catherine. I think in the parish of Westmoreland we might have some sugar production down there, but I'd have to check that though. But yeah, hundreds of acres of sugar cane and more sugar cane. Like I said, it used to be oranges, so as long as it's some sort of agriculture that's active, that's good, right? Honestly, it's quite a relief though from, say, in the Kitson Town areas. There's a dump site. I don't know why they choose these areas to come and dump rubbish, but they did. There's another one. When this whole area used to have citrus, you know, oranges, grapefruit, artenic, tangerine. The site was amazing to see. You know, when you look at the presence of nature in its glory, it just takes your breath away, man. Interestingly, when it rains really bad, these areas flood. You know, there's a river over there. The source of it is one of those rivers that pops up out of the blue, but it's sometimes it goes underground at points, then it resurfaces. But there's a river over there, and it's we're gonna pass a couple of bridges. Come on, guys, it's not so bad. We're gonna pass a couple of bridges, and when it's really bad, that river would go into spit, and you would literally be driving beside it sometimes. Okay, this is the second bridge. I think we passed another bridge. I know there are two gated bridges on this road. You can tell because the floor is wood, and you hear those rhythmic sound when the tire passes. Yeah. We're maybe about 5 minutes out from Bog Walk, but if you were going to Linston, you could actually turn here. This road takes you to Wakefield and also if you were going to Linstead, you would turn right there and make another turn within seconds, and that would take you directly to Linstead instead of going to Bog Walk first. So it's a nice relief, you know, after all that driving. It's a nice little break from going all the way to Bog Walk, then going back to Linstead. So, and look at that in front of us. That's a toll, the same toll. If you were in Spanish Town and you would have taken the toll to come to Linstead, that's it in front of us. So it's busy, right? Interestingly, when they built this toll, the height of the bridge was so low. I mean, the trucks couldn't pass. They had to come and remove the road, literally dig the road out to give that effect of, that's the river that's running. They had to come and dig the road to allow for that overall extended height so that the trucks could pass. It was crazy. We're getting a little rain, but man, I need to stop to secure my equipment because I won't be able to. So usually when you go through the farming communities, the roads are not just a farming community, but where there are heavy commercial farming activities, you know, where they employ a lot of big units, a lot of machinery to transport the harvests. The roads are usually done. Yeah. The roads are usually crappy. The big loaded trucks, the back and forth tractors, just pound that road into nothing. This is what adds to the overall travel time because, you know, you have to be stopping, you have to be slowing down, you have to be mindful of the oncoming traffic. You just don't have that non-stop, you know, flowing transit that you prefer. So overall, there's not a lot of braking like you're going downhill, you know. Basically, for the most part, the journey is flat. Very unsightly. As you can see, people just throw their garbage, and authorities seem to be MIA. But you should have a little ease if if the vehicle is mechanically unable to handle the mountainous terrains, if it's a loaded truck, that's gonna have a serious problem going uphill, hanging on for dear life going downhill, then definitely Barry is the way to go for the trucks. Also, back in the day, if you were heading to Bog Walk or Linstead, that road right here on our right was also a road that a lot of motorists would use, but you end up going through private property. That's the problem with going that way. You go through private property, and at some point they put a stop to it. They block the roads. And all of a sudden, people are forced to use the main road. But man, this road is ridiculous. This road is crazy. Sure, the travel time is almost doubled. Just from the slowing down. Alright, so we're in an area they call BAM. I don't know where they got that name from, but that's what they call this area, BAM. Then we're very close to Bog Walk. Actually, straight ahead of us over those mountains, that's Sligoville's peak that we're looking at. That the highest points over there to our left on that hilltop, that's Sligoville's peak. But in another minute, we're gonna come up on a district called Jupen. And after that, we're literally in Bog Walk. So that's the way the cookie will crumble. I felt I was relaxing and driving, and trust me, I feel so exhausted from these pulls, man. Trust me. It is not easy. But yeah, this is Jupen. Unofficially, and now literally we're in the community of Jupen, and man, it's gone to the dogs, the quality of this road. It is ridiculous. I'm literally listening to that soul song, R&B classic. Take your time. I I'll stop there. I won't go any further. Oh yeah, this is Jupen. We're in Jupen. That was a surprise. So yeah, the roads are atrocious, man. Roads are a disgrace. We're literally in the realm of seconds heading to Bog Walk. This used to be on our right, one of the original factories in this area, a coffee factory where they would come and wash the coffee and pulp it, and then after that it's transported to Kingston where it is turned into the final product. But after the coffee factory, this is the Bog Walk High School, which is called, used to be just Bog Walk High, but they changed the name to Enid Bennett. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, there it is. The Enid Bennett High School, Bog Walk. So that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so after that, we're approaching the Bog Walk railway station, and if you want to know what the train ride feels like, you definitely need to go to Spanish Town to catch the train. It still runs, but it mostly caters to students, although they allow adults to take it. It only operates twice per day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Boom, we're in Bog Walk. Welcome to Bog Walk. And that's it. This is Bog Walk. As if you had gone through the gorge, you would come out at the roundabout that's over on our right, and that's the end of it.